Today, we're making pizza.
Detroit style.
Oh, and this pizza is all about that buttery, melty cheese.
Oh, and that crust.
Folks, this is one of the best pizzas in the whole world.
So why not add some more cheese?
Trust us, after you take that first bite, you're gonna be saying,
Where have you been all my life?
Motor City!
Motor City!
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a big day for us. We're gonna share something that is just incredible.
So good.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
Motor Mouth Loon.
I love Motor Mouth.
I know, I just couldn't resist. Okay, so let's get started. This is epic. This pizza, it's gonna blow you away. Okay, so first we got the two most important ingredients, which is cheese.
Cheese, look at this. This is brick cheese from Wisconsin, and I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut it up into 1/4-inch cubes, and we're gonna talk more about this cheese in a little bit.
And you're gonna take that plastic.
I'm gonna take the plastic off.
So anyway, we'll talk about that cheese in a minute. And now we got to talk about the crust. I mean, this crust is amazing.
Oh, it's amazing. I am a lover of
crusty things.
Thick crust.
That's why you like me
That's
so
why
much.
I love you. But the Longwell family, they always like their crust thin.
Oh.
So when we started making this pizza, I was
He
like,
was in heaven.
this is wonderful.
I like them both. Okay, so let's talk about how we got to this beautiful point. If you can see this gorgeous bowl of dough. Okay, you're going to need to allow some time if you're going to do the way we're showing you to do it. So I started this yesterday, 24 hours ago. I got my stand mixer. You can do this by hand in a bowl, and I've done that, and it's doable. It just takes a little more practice, but a stand mixer makes it really easy. So I've got in my stand mixer 4 1/3 cups of bread flour. You definitely want to go with bread flour on this. All-purpose flour is just not going to hold up to this, what you need for the texture of this crust. And then to that, we added 1 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then we added 1 1/4 teaspoon of rapid active dry yeast. I like the fast rising, but you could use just regular active dry. But anyway, rapid rise yeast. And then I just got a spoon, and I just kind of got that nicely incorporated. And then you're going to want to that add 2 cups of cool water. Usually tap water is just fine. It needs to be in the range of 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. You're not going to heat it this time, like we a lot of times do with dough. And then you pour that in. I add the paddle attachment to my mixer, and then I'm just going to mix that on low for about 30 seconds, and it's going to develop what we call like a shaggy dough. It just looks kind of shaggy. It's not coming together to form a ball yet. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to that. Now we're going to turn it up to medium low and let it go for about 45 seconds, anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. And then we're going to turn off the motor and let it just sit and what we call hydrate for 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Then we're going to turn it up to medium and let it go for another 45 to 60 seconds. If you touch it, you're going to see that it's super, super sticky, and that's the way we want it. It's meant to be that way. But the way we're going to handle it is if we get kind of oily. So what you're going to want to do
Kind of oily.
I get myself a little bowl of like olive oil that you can, kind of like Mads used to do with palm olive.
I'm soaking in it.
You just keep your hands wet. Using a bench scraper is really helpful. If you don't have a bench scraper, then use like a metal spatula. Something that's in oil it. Something that's just going to help you get that dough out of the bowl. And then you're going to want to put before you do that, you're going to want to put a nice little layer of oil on your surface, about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. You don't need to overdo it. Spread it out so it's about like 12 to 15 inches in diameter. Transfer that dough onto that surface, and then what I do is with my oiled hands, I kind of flatten it a little bit, and then use that bench scraper or your spatula to come to the side and help just push that side over to the middle. Then do it to the same on the other side. Then do it on the bottom half, and then the top half. Kind of press that down a little bit, and then you're going to cover it loosely with either like plastic wrap or even just a kitchen towel. Let that just hang out and rest for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to go back and we're going to do that whole process again. Bring it to the side, bottom up, top up, press it down, and then cover it. Do that 4 times, and then that gluten is just going to start doing its thing. And you'll then, at this point, it should be easy enough for you. It's still going to be a little sticky. It may stick a little to your counter, but use that spatula or that bench scraper to help you scoop it up, and you should be able to form it into a ball. It's still going to feel kind of sticky and feel a little weird, but you should be able to do it at that point. Then you're going to get a nicely oiled bowl, place the dough into the bowl, move it around so it's covered in oil, and then cover it with plastic wrap, and then it goes into the fridge. And that's where you don't have to do that, but we let it sit in there. You want to let it sit anywhere from 12 hours all the way up to 72 hours. It just helps in the overall texture, and I think even the flavor of the dough. You could skip the refrigeration part and go right to what we're about to do, but we find that this makes the best.
Wow, I can't believe you remember.
Well, I'm telling you, let me tell you about that. We've been studying this because we're not from Detroit. We're not, Detroit pizza makers by any means. And so we started we tried it a while ago. There's a place nearby us that sells it. Oh. And we fell madly in love with it. And so, of course, we said, we've got to learn how to make it. So there are those masters out there, like so many cuisines, and they have all the tips and the tricks, and so we started studying them. Peter Reinhardt is really, really great. We learned a lot from him, and so this is what we've learned from doing it all this time.
Real quick, let me just show you. Here's my little cubes that I'm cutting it into.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is painstakingly.
It is. It takes a little while. And that's the other interesting thing about this dough is that it's typically done in those little cubes. A lot of times when you're making pizza, you put shredded cheese on there. And I've seen some people do it with shredded cheddar, but we've had success with the cubes.
And you'll see what happens with these cubes.
It's amazing. It's cute. So now this dough, we're going to put this in a 10 by 14 Detroit style pizza pan. And so we're not going to use all of this dough. You don't have to. I'm going to talk about this pizza in just a moment. It's still pretty sticky. That's why I still like to have my...
It's like focaccia.
It is. If you've ever made focaccia, it's pretty similar to that. We need just a little less here. Okay, so now we've got very close to a...
Hold on. We're going to get this thing going.
16 ounces, if I didn't say that, is what we need for this 10 by 14 pan.
Yes.
You could also use just a regular bake pan like this. I recommend metal, but what we really recommend is one of these pans that is specifically made from... for Detroit style pizza. They're steel. They're even made. They're manufactured where they've got the corners that are welded together.
They're made with the same metal, or for the pans in the auto shops, or the
blue steel. That's what people like to say. I'm the people that from Detroit and you experts tell us what we're saying wrong.
Like this would hold a bunch of car parts in the car factory.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. But anyway, so
I believe that is correct. If not, that's what I'm going to tell people.
I think you're right. But anyway, so this type of metal, it's steel, and it's great for conducting heat. And what you really want, basically, what we're doing here, this is just bread dough. So the crust is very similar to dough, and then we've got this.
Get those sides.
We get this. Thank you. And then we've got this oil in here, and when it bakes, it basically just is. We're doing fried dough.
Yeah, you're frying your dough.
That's why.
And you definitely don't want this to stick.
No.
Let me make sure that everybody's still got a good view.
So now we're going to transfer about a pound of this dough, and it's not going to want to. It's just going to kind of want to just sit there. And don't overdo it. You don't want to push too much of that gas out of there. Just kind of like let it sit there. Just poke it a little bit, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to...
Oh, I've got plastic wrap right here.
We're going to cover it. I've got oily hands. We're going to cover this and let it just hang out for like 20 minutes, and then we're going to go back and we're going to finger it a little bit. We're going to push from the inside, and it's going to start relaxing and feeling more a little like a pizza dough, and we're going to continue to do that 3 or 4 times until it finally fully reaches the edges of the pan.
Yeah, and I'm going to continue to cut the cheese.
Okay.
That's gorgeous.
Moving right along.
Look at that.
So we spent a little time just letting it just relax and just let that gluten do its thing. So every 20 minutes, it's pretty oily, so you don't really need to oil your fingers, but you can if you want. And just very gently from the center, just start to dimple it and push out. And it's going to stretch out a little further each time. And we actually, sometimes it reaches the ends within 3 tries. This time we did it in 4 tries. And if it doesn't, it's still going to want to pull away a little bit from the corners. But
you're going to proof. It's going to proof for
during the proofing process. Now you don't want to you see these little gas bubbles?
Yay.
That's great. That is going to mean beautiful, like porous dough, and that's what we want. So don't overpress. Okay, so now we've got half of this beautiful cheese that Wesley
I
cut.
cut up 12 ounces, so this is 6 ounces that's going into the dough.
So 6 ounces that goes in first. Not everybody does this. We saw this. This is a technique we learned from Peter Reinhardt, and
I love it.
now this is where you want to make sure that you see where Wesley did these the small little cubes. It takes a little time to do that, but if you put big, fat, heavy cubes in there, it can kind of get in the way of, or it can keep the dough from not wanting
weight it down.
Weight it down, and it'll wear out or push out those gas bubbles. And but anyway, so let's talk about the cheese real quick.
Yes.
So you may be saying,
let's always talk about cheese.
Exactly. This brick is not easy to find. I'm just going to say you're going to have to order it, which is what we did. And I have a link for it, but you can get it, of course, unless you live in Wisconsin or in Detroit. Then you can get as much as you want. But it is accessible. But there are substitutes. When we were testing this, because we didn't want to keep having to buy tons of brick cheese, we tested with other combinations of cheese, and we found that Monterey Jack cubed just like this.
Monterey and a combination of Monterey and mozzarella.
And mozzarella was really good.
But I also was reading that Munster cheese is a great substitution for brick.
It's probably the closest because you want a cheese that's really melts good, and it's fascinating. I sat there at the oven and just stared at this cheese.
Look at all this cheese, y'all.
I know. I told you it's all about the cheese, and it melts beautifully. So Munster is a good melting cheese, and it also has that kind of buttery texture. So, okay. All right. Now
those are planted.
Okay, now like I said, you want to give yourself plenty of time. Typically 5 hours before you want to start baking this, 4 to 5 hours, you want to begin this whole process that we've been showing you today, because we like this to proof for a good long time. We do it anywhere from 3 to 4 hours because you just it's key, and it needs to rise to about a third of the way up of the pan. So the Wesley's going to do that.
I'm going to set this on proof.
So we have a little proof setting in our oven. Just put it in a non-drafty, warm place, and you'll be fine. Okay, now we're moving on. We are making some sauce. So I'm going to crank up and turn this on.
Let me make sure everybody can see it good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this going.
Yeah.
And we're going to make this sauce, and I recommend making it in advance because it's just better that way. Plus, you don't really want to put your hot sauce on your pizza.
No, not at all. And then I have some pepperoni, but this is with natural casing. Apparently, the natural casing is better than the other casing.
It's good, and stick pepperoni is just great because when you get pepperoni pizza, and it crisps up and shrivels on the end. This type of pepperoni does it really well.
And I'm cutting just a little thicker, just a tad bit thicker than the kind that you get in the package.
Yeah,
just because I like the thick pepperoni.
He likes thick pepperoni, and you don't have to make it with pepperoni. Pepperoni is from what we understand, is the preferred topping if you're going to have a topping in your Detroit-style pizza. But you do whatever you like. When we typically do about a cup, we don't overdo it with the pepperoni, and we'll show you that in just a minute. Okay.
Yeah, but it's good.
It is good. So I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm going to add right here that I've heated over medium heat. And then I've got 2 cloves that I've minced. So many pizza sauce are just a simple like tomato sauce, and I love that. Detroit style is all flavor out. I mean, it's all flavors. So we got 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, and then we're going to do, that already smells so good, a little pinch of red pepper. If you like it spicy, then do more than just a pinch. And we're just going to cook this until it gets nice and aromatic, which is already happening.
Wow, yeah, it is.
Smells like
I got a pile of pepperoni over here.
And then you're gonna want to go with a 28-ounce can. Go with good quality crushed tomatoes. These are some of my favorite. I love them. Beautiful. Boy, I've got that up high. Okay.
Yeah, you got that going.
We are simmering. And then I have got a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder. I told you, they don't mess around. And then we've got a tablespoon of sugar. It really makes this beautifully flavorful sauce. But again, the sauce, we just need to sort of emphasize, it's an accompaniment. It's not the star at all. It adds just sometimes people put it on before they bake it. Sometimes people put it on after they bake it. But it's really about the cheese and the crust. Okay, this is going to simmer for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to let it cool, and we're going to take a break because that's got to do its thing back there.
Like for 4 hours, right?
Okay, it's going to be worth it.
All right, well, I'm going to continue to cut the salami.
Okay, good. That's better than the cheese. We're getting so close. Okay, so
I took a nap.
He did, and I watched him. So we've gone 3 hours. I said you could go 3 to 4. Keep an eye on it. We've been watching this, and
it is risen. Look at that.
I mean, really, really nice.
Gorgeous.
So this, now it may sink down a little bit, once it comes in there. But isn't that beautiful? And see how it just envelops that cheese.
Oh,
it's great. So
I'm ready to eat it right now.
And it varies. Like we've been making this a lot, and sometimes it takes the full 4 hours, and sometimes like today, it didn't. So now we're going to just kind of place some of this.
Just a few.
Yeah.
About half of them.
Because we'll fill in the open spots with the top layer.
Yes.
And I don't know if we mentioned this before, but we've got about...
Look at all the bubbles.
I know, the bubbles. That's about a cup of pepperoni. So now, and that's remember, very thick cut pepperoni, thanks to this one. Now, here's another really key important part. So one of the key things about, I couldn't find the right word, a really great thing about Detroit-style pizza is you get this caramelization of the cheese that blends in with the crust
on the sides.
And it almost looks like it's burnt, but it's not. It's a true caramelization.
And that is that tried and true characteristic of Detroit pizza.
Yeah, so when you're placing these little cubes of cheese on this top layer, you want to make sure you kind of put them along the side.
Yeah, because that's going to melt. That's going to get it all cheesy. It's going to melt,
and that's what's going to be great. And then we're going to fill in these sides.
Well, first of all, let me just show everybody while you do that.
You know what? While I need to I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. We got to get our stove up to 500.
Yeah.
And we've got the stone here that we're going to stick in there.
Right now.
And right now. Sorry, right now.
I should have done this as soon as I took that out.
But I was going to show everybody the sauce. Look at that, just delicious sauce that we cooked together. Chris, how long did you let it simmer?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay.
30 minutes. So we're going to let that get up to $500. That's how much I would pay for this pizza. It's 500 degrees, and that takes a little bit of time. It'll give us time to fill out the rest of this cheese.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So now we have.
I'm gonna stop with the pepperoni. Someone stop me.
Step away from the pepperoni. So, like you said, we've got thick pepperoni. Okay, so now another key characteristic, that was the word I was looking for earlier, Detroit style, is it's called the red stripe. So we're just going to put a stripe of this.
Very thin layer. I don't want that much in there.
Yeah, don't resist the temptation. This is not, again, this is just sort of an added bonus. The sauce. It's really not about the sauce so much. It's really about the cheese and the crust. But it's good. I mean, it's really great. But we made it once where we did a whole layer of the sauce, and we didn't like it so much.
No, not at all.
So we're going to finish.
I mean, we ate it.
Yeah, we didn't like it as much. Okay, so we'll be finished with this by tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm joking. And then we got to wait for this oven to get to 500 temperature. Anyway, so you're doing good, Loon.
Thank you.
The time has come. Isn't that beautiful? So
it's gorgeous.
I wanted to mention with this sauce, you're going to have quite a bit of sauce left over. You could do 3 rows, but that's not a problem. This is so good. You can use it on other pizzas, and it also freezes beautifully.
You can freeze it.
So, and also about the pizza stone, you want the bottom. Another key characteristic is that the bottom gets gold and crisp as well, and that can be sometimes a little bit of a challenge. So we got a little trick that we're going to show you on that. But the pizza stone helps that. It radiates that heat right into the pan. So now it's time for it to put it in, and it's going to go. We're going to let it go 8 minutes, and then we're going to do a 180 and turn it around, and then it takes about another 7 to 8 minutes, and you're going to have the best pizza you've ever had.
Yes, I can't wait.
I am so excited.
It's time, y'all. Oh, my stars.
Wow. Is that not pizza perfection? Look at that. Amazing.
Look at that. Look at just that.
It's gorgeous. And the smell is ridiculous. So
you're going to keep one of those on.
I know. Well, I may use one of these. So let me just tell you what I did. There was I think around 8. I know we're very giddy. At 8 minutes, I just did it like I told you. We did 180 in there because it just with the way your ovens work. A little trick that I saw someone do along the way, and you have to be really careful about this because all ovens vary, especially where the main heat comes from. But if you put it on the base of the oven, for the floor of the oven for like a minute. I only do it like a minute.
You get me nervous.
I know. But I read someone tried it and it completely caught everything on fire. So now this takes just a little bit of work. But
that's
just,
coming up way
up.
nicely.
So sometimes this wants to stick a little bit. This is doing really well.
You oiled that up good.
Yeah. But every now and then you'll hit a little spot. So
and then I come behind him to make sure it's all unsecured from the bottom.
So that's obviously our bench scraper. If you don't have one of those, you can just use like
that. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah,
people.
that's good. It's feeling good. So we're going to do this until the sides become completely free. Okay, beautiful. It's feeling really good.
Wow.
So now
Let me.
No, he likes to do this work. So then, so we know the sides are good. Every now and then you may get a little part of the bottom that wants to stick a little bit, but this is feeling really good.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to start this side over here.
And
we just want to kind of go around here and just make sure that the bottom is good and unstuck.
Yeah. So before you do the final removal, you know it's loose and it's ready to come free.
All right. We're going to work this. Here comes.
Here we go.
Do this fast, Chris.
Okay.
And go. Go. There.
It's so nerve-wracking.
Woo, look at that. That is awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You feel like it's going to fall apart, but it's a pretty sturdy pizza. So look at that. And look, you see that caramelization right there?
Can't even tell you. I hope they can see that. Let's make sure.
I know.
I'll show them in my slice over here.
Okay.
Too.
So now, all right, well, what are you eating? Okay.
That is gorgeous. That is pizza art.
It is. It's just, and there's the story behind this pizza is, why is it not more world famous? And it's getting that way. So you can use a pizza cutter, but we have found that just using a good old sharp knife.
Yeah.
So we pulled out our Japanese a knife that cuts through like anything.
Yes.
And it makes it a little quicker.
Right in the middle, Chris.
Oh, that's right. He loves the big, huge.
Yeah, these are usually, you have to have big slices for this.
Right. So you can do this in threes, like Wesley likes to do these big slices, and that's traditional. Or
I love it. And they call this a corner, or when you order a pizza in Detroit style, they say, how many corners do you want? 4 corners, 5 corners. If you do, or not 5 corners.
Yeah, that would be strange.
4 corners is a square, and then 8 corners is 2 squares, obviously.
I never completely understood that.
Look at that.
That is beautiful.
I can't.
And on the bottom, it's nice and crisp and crunchy.
Y'all, look at that.
I'm going to give you a little bit. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of this
dough. Okay. Sorry.
Grated.
I'm just so excited.
I know.
About
it is a work of art. And I'm telling you, folks, wait till you try it, till you eat it.
Showing every last aspect. Yeah. All right.
Can you tell we're excited about this pizza?
I always have to have my red pepper flakes on my pizza. I just like a little heat. All right.
We're just picking it up.
Yeah. I'm going from the corner.
Oh my gosh. That crust. That buttery cheese. There is just nothing like it. It's given every other pizza in the world a major run for the money. Show them the bite.
I'm showing them everything, Chris.
Show everything.
Look at that, just wonderful. That porous.
I mean, obviously, it takes a little work. It takes not a whole lot of work. It takes a little bit of time. You got to carve out some time for it.
My favorite part of this pizza is what I'm doing right now. I'm taking away the crust.
Yeah.
The sides there.
This bread.
Woo!
I mean,
It is hot too.
Pizza dough.
Oh, y'all look at.
The crust is fluffy.
Look at that.
Really buttery, decadent.
Cheese in there.
I think I have a sneaking suspicion what's going to happen next.
It's been happening a lot lately.
Eating pizza Isn't that insane? There's nothing like it.
Crunch. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
There's a dog down here.
Right now, yeah.
That is 100,000% Loon approved.
I knew that was coming, you guys. You've got to try this. I mean, Detroit has got everything going for it. It's got great music, got the Motown, it's got the automobiles, and it's got this pizza. Wow.
I'm going from the outside in.
Yeah. So you got to make this at home. You're going to love it. I've got all of the links to all of the tools and equipment that we've used, all the different sizes.
It's a fun project.
It is
It's
so
a
much
lot
fun,
of fun.
and the result is just like nothing else. Bye, everybody.
Detroit City. No, Motor City.
Motor
Detroit.
City.